weeks. And now, of course, we did see also the Onduparaka setup probably looking very, very good to see that the season is going to be there. We did see them hold a meeting with, that is the fans. The fans meeting had a very, very exciting story where, of course, most fans turned up. But, of course, the disappointment came in that the people who called for that is the meeting did not turn up, the fans leadership. And, of course, we're talking about that is Mr. Jami, and then, of course, the public relations for the fans, Linda Susie, all did not turn up for the meeting. And instead, the meeting was chaired by, that is one of the volunteers, Zola, who, of course, was the man who chaired the meeting. But, of course, all in all, it went on fruitfully, and decisions came in there. Now, as I talk, the fans are doing contribution. You have to pay a membership fee to be a genuine Onduparaka fan. If not, you cease to be an Onduparaka fan, according to the reports coming right there. Now, that is going to be very, very interesting, because Onduparaka Football Club has been having a lot of fans, but you don't see what the fans put or propel out there. A few of the fans do things, but you see most of them say we are the fans of Onduparaka Football Club, and of course, with no support that comes in there, it has been a lot of challenges that probably has been a headache. But all in all, as I talk right now, it is now going on well. We saw a treasurer being unveiled in the funds department as an interim. That is the man normally people call Loki. He's going to be taking charge. And of course, I'm seeing a lot of contributions going on. Of course, membership, people are doing membership, people are doing the right thing to see that the money is put in there. So I think very, very good for such a team. But all in all, we can't expect, we don't expect things to go wrong this time round. We expect progress for, that is, the club like Onduparaka Football Club, because it's been one of the exciting moments that everyone wants to be there. Now, if you want to be there, what is that you should do? How would they call you a real Onduparaka fan? So it's a very, very big word. But all in all, I think it's a good process, and we expect to see Onduparaka progress to the next level. We expect to see Onduparaka have the best probably in the future. But looking at one or two aspects, we are going to be talking about the team every time, because there are going to be challenges that probably could be arising here and there in the due course. But of course, football management is not easy. I can tell you guys, it's not easy. And football management, I can tell you, does not need ego, does not need anything. And that is one big thing that I can tell you. Now, at the same time, we did see a player, a coach player by the names of Samson Caesar Okuti and his technical team. That's now the question. Where does it leave them? Onduparaka, remember, had the Samson Caesar Okuti, they had Stephen Kidu, Jemba, they had Okuni Ramadan, who were right there in the technical team. Now, where does this leave them? Of course, you could be asking questions where they could be, and it's a very, very big one. So it's one big thing that is right there. Now, Samson Caesar Okuti was already unveiled by, that is, Pakwach Youngsters, and of course, that's where he is going to be playing his trade. Of course, a very good coach who has been with the school football, Onduparaka Football Club, now Pakwach Youngsters, and he's doing a mess. I can tell you today, we did see confirmations coming about the Pakwach Youngsters signing one of that is the brilliant midfielders, Abdul Adnan, as of course a free agent from Odamachako Central, according to reports coming in there. Of course, Adnan has been one name that has been approached by very many, including Onduparaka Football Club, that also wanted him in the due course of some time, but he couldn't really make it there. Now, many call him Jalal. He is now a Pakwach youngster player. And what exactly will he give to Pakwach? Under that is his coach, Samson Caesar Okuti. I think a lot shall be changed. A lot shall be changing, and a lot of things will be coming right there. Jalal is a good player. He is so motivating. He's good centrally. He's a ball passer. He's a ball holder. And I think in the Pakwach youngsters, we should be expecting a very exciting game this time round. So it's one of the biggest things that you could be looking into locally here. But at the same time, we did also see Arua City Football Club unveiling, that is Mr. Olema Hamza, as for the second stint at Arua City. He will be taking the team throughout the 4th division. We will want to see whether they can come to that is the regional league once again. But remember, the regional league format in West Nile, or the regional league format now has changed under the new FUFA setup, and it is going to be a long one that you could be determining whether you could progress or not. So if you are going to be participating, you should be so serious to see that this takes you to a level that is expected to be very interesting. So it's one of the biggest things that has come through, but we hope that this is going to make better amends, because it's talk that everyone will want to hear about. What exactly has happened? What will we do? What does this mean? So it's one of the biggest things that we are looking into. Okay, Arua City did also launch in their new, of course, kits. You remember last season, and now they still have that. You can still go and purchase and see what exactly this means for them. But all in all, we are expecting a very big change. We expect a lot of exercises. We're expecting a lot of things that will be coming in the West Nile teams. Not only that, Nebi Central, we did also see them unveil Akena Geoffrey, who has been the former head coach of that is not head coach, but the second coach or the assistant coach to Otim Simon, who has been at Calvary Football Club. Now, as I talk, Calvary Football Club had also a lot. Today I just want to give you a wrap up, because I came back, I had not given you all this. Calvary are looking at getting a new coach. Probably who could be that coach is one thing they are talking to, but of course at the right time we shall be getting that, because you did see them unveil Joe Gaddafi as their new CEO. So that means Joe has a lot to do to see that the recruitment sector has to work exactly as expected right there. So that is one big thing that they are doing right now. But all in all, it is one big challenge that you could be seeing coming in. So Akena crosses over to that is Nebi Central. Nebi Central they have qualified to the big league. So Akena will have to take them to the big league according to what exactly will be coming right there. So the big league is one thing that we should be expecting Nebi Central to probably progress. Akena is a good coach. He has coached very many clubs. Calvary, second time, you did see them with the Gulu, football for good, right to play. You did see all those things coming in there that Kenya has been part of the setup, even going out of that is the country just for the purposes of football. So it's a very interesting one for him to see that he progresses well with this team. And I think Nebi has made a very good decision to see that this makes him a very good move. Now there's Coach Otim, who is still a free agent. Probably you could be expecting him also push himself to another team. Now Yakini Rashid has also officially bid a farewell on his socials, saying that of course Onduparaka, after 5 incredible years at that is Onduparaka, this is what it read. Dear Onduparaka family, as I said goodbye, I find myself reflecting on that is the incredible journey we have shared together. And then I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all fans, players, technical team, and the board for welcoming me into this remarkable family. Your support and guidance have been instrumental in shaping my football career, and I am truly grateful for every moment spent at the club. Throughout the years, we have credited countless memories, celebrated victories, and negativity in the challenges side by side. Each experience has taught me the true meaning of teamwork and resilience, and I am proud to have served as alongside such dedicated individuals. Onduparaka FC will forever have a special place in my heart. That's Yakini Rashid with a very big heartfelt message. Of course, an emotional one you could hear right there. So he will not be part of the team this season, and of course we shall be expecting maybe a lot of things that will be coming right there. So can we expect a very big change in the Onduparaka Football Club team this time round, now that very many senior players are also leaving here and there? Those are big talks that we shall be looking into. Not only that, of course, we did see a lot happening, but before we get to that is all these moments, I want us to look at what exactly is going to be happening in the due course. Now let's look at some of the stories out of football before I get back to football again. There's a lot happening in that is the Bako. Yeah, I'm talking about basketball, where of course the short-handed silverwares or the silver bags went in action yes again. But of course they were outclassed by that is Senegal in the Afro Basketball Opener in there. So what does that mean for the silver bags? Is a very big question that comes in there, because Uganda's silver bags endured a rough start. I should say very rough start for that is their 2025 the FIBA Afro Basketball campaign. Now, of course, suffering a heavy defeat, by the way, 53-88 defeat to Senegal was a very big one. That means Senegal dominated this. That is yesterday, Tuesday, and this game was played in Luanda, where of course they had a very big one. Now, of course, finding a depleted roster of just 10 players was a challenging one, and following the absence of key figures, talk about names like Ismail, of course, Wainirat, right, and then of course the names like the debutants. I'm talking about Christopher Mumiru, who of course were all out, but of course the Silverbirds are looking forward to see that can they continue and make sure that things work out for them right well. That's one question that we will be looking into, but it was a very bad one because they couldn't really get this run well. Now, when we leave that there also, in that is other parts of the stories in there. Mutibwa is one name that you could talk, Mutibwa, for those who call it, it's all about the accent. Mutibwa, the man I've known for a couple of years, the FUFA Women's Super League side, She Corporates have also made it clear now that they have confirmed the departure of midfielder Shakira Mutibwa, who has been very, very outstanding in this team. But of course, she is leaving after, of course, just one season. She has gotten into the team and has, of course, announced on that is the social media handles yesterday on Tuesday afternoon that this lady is going. And of course, the workaholic midfielder will leave a very big gap. But of course, the team should be looking for an option to see that this is the next person we're looking into. So an announcement that came through due to that is injury, and of course she couldn't make sure a lot of things happen. So that has happened, and she is leaving this team. Indeed, she has left the team. So it's going to be a very big challenge that we could be waiting to see, but we can't talk about because it's a very big challenge that we are looking into. So this means that the other players who have also been released, by the way, from this club, including, of course, the defender Amina Nakato has been released, Stella Musirika, then Mariana Nakato, Maureen Nangozi, Grace Nasongo, and not forgetting Shamim, of course, Nalubega. Nalubega has also been released earlier this month. On Saturday 9th, the club has also confirmed that the departure of their coach, I'm talking about Kainda Mustafa, after just 6 months in charge, he has also left the team. So a massive exodus in that is the She Corporates, but of course striker Alomo Whisper is also expected, by the way, to leave the club this summer. So a lot of exodus of players that is still happening in there. But of course, meanwhile, if you look at what exactly is happening right now, the club has extended some players' contracts or some people's contracts, including, of course, Jessica Namada's contract, which is going until 2027. And then you have the striker, yes, that is she has signed 2 years. That means the striker was the top scorer of this team. So she had 13 goals after struggling even with injuries, but she still made it the best. The 2021-2022 FUFA, she was also the FUFA Women's Super Cup champion, and of course they are rebuilding a strong team to compete now this time around for the title next season. So we are waiting to see what has happened, but of course after all these exodus, still I can tell you that there is going to be change in their team. Now in elsewhere, the golf world, I can tell you Uganda Breweries has also come on board through its flagship Scotch whiskey brand. I'm talking about the Johnny Walker. They have come on board officially launching the 2025 edition of that is the Johnny Walker Golf Open. Yep. It's going to be a very big one, this championship, because a lot of money has been put in it. I can confirm to you that money worth millions have been put in there. Now, I can give you that in a significant show of that is the support of Uganda Golf, Johnny Walker has confirmed 650 million Ugandan shillings. That will be right there. And then sponsorship and executions packages for this year as a tournament has also an increment, and an increment of 100 million from the 2024, marking, of course, the brand's largest investment since becoming the title sponsor of the Uganda Open. So what does this mean? That means that there's a lot that is still happening. I want to give you how expanded the schedules across August and September have been in this, for those who follow golf. So names like Mr. Thomas Van Godfrey, yes, these are things that you could be knowing right there. Now, the Senior Open, August 2022 to 2023, then you will be having the Ladies Open that will come from 28th to 30th. Then you have the Professional Open in September, which will be from 9th of September to 13th of September. And this year's tournament promises a fresh experience, according to the reports that came in there, with a move to Ludazi Hills, and of course a scenic and challenging course expected to attract top golfing talent from across East Africa. So all these monies will be making in there, and of course a lot of things, a lot of commitments from different categories. I did tell you UBL is committed to sports and experience what exactly is happening, so we shall be waiting to see what that means for such a very, very of course a phenomenal support. Yeah, now in that is elsewhere there, we did see Uganda in the Pamoja bid that doing well so far, 6 points, and they have lost once out of the 3 games that they have played. They beat Niger, and then they lost to Liberia, but of course Algeria. Now they are looking into how they can still move on. They also won their game. Of course, it means very, very big for them winning the 2 games right here, of course, in Uganda. Now, in the first game, we did see Joe Mutakugwa making a lot of error that, of course, very many talked ill about it. And Uganda Cranes Joe Mutakugwa has quickly revived his himself from being, of course, I should say the whipping boy, or the scapegoat that has come in there. But this time around, he said, no, I need to get back to what I can do. And indeed, it has made him a very big one. He has progressed. He has really done a lot in the CHAN. Against Algeria, he had really worst performance. But of course, to reclaiming everyone's trust in that is the continental competition, progress in Uganda, Kenya, and Tanzania, it was not a very good one. But he said, no, that's not how it can be. I should go back and reassemble myself and see what exactly it is. So this time around, the Bull FC goalkeeper went back, thought of it, dreamt, had serious trainings, and took the biggest part of the blame by that time. But this time around, he said, no, we're not going to be like that. He has now a very, very big one. As of course, efficient as he is, he has made a couple of saves, he has made a lot of things in there, and he has played most of, that is the Uganda Premier League, remember, for the team. But now he has gone so much, making saves against Guinea. Mutakugwa wasn't named in that is the first 11, if you remember, as Vipers. Dennis Chigundo was listed to start until the final minutes before, of course, when Mutakugwa was reinstated in the goal. But he still made a lot of things. He made clean sheets. It puts in there. Now in the AFCON, he has been the man of the match. Against Algeria, against Niger, he was very, very good. Against Niger, he was very good. And Alan Okello was also phenomenal. KCCA's Joel Serunjoji provided also a world-class goal for the Cranes. That means the goalkeeper was really inevitable to see that he really had to put the forces behind himself and had a fight for the 2-0 victory as the result that reignited Uganda's CHAN 2024 campaign yet again. So this is a very big one. Probably you can have challenges, you can have 1 or 2 issues, but it shouldn't stop you from making yourself together. Of collect yourself together and make sure things really run. Yeah, things run. And when they run, you'll always be there. You'll always be there. Yeah, it's a very big one. So that's one big thing that I can tell you, I can assure you that is going to be so exciting, and it's going to be so interesting, and it's going to be so big. As a player, if you have something, you should be looking at this. Now eyes on South Africa. Dream comes alive and a lot of things. Now the Cranes back-to-back victory means that they are really in a welcoming moment, probably to respond after their opening defeat against Algeria setback. But of course, that has sharpened their resolves. The field are missing, and this is going to be so bad for Uganda, because if you look at what exactly is happening, Alan Okello had a very good goal. Serun George ensured that the Cranes took all the 3 points, but however now Uganda will face a significant setback in that is their final group game against South Africa. This is going to be on Monday, and of course a midfielder by the name of Serun George will be sidelined. Yeah, he's going to be sidelined due to accumulated yellow cards. Very terrible. Accumulated yellow cards is what is there. That shows what a midfielder is really going to do. But of course, he's going to miss because he has a lot of yellow cards, which I think will be affecting a lot because he was one of the key figures. Now, this gives Olivier Kwaso and the team to think about who next is going to be, who is that player that you need to put in there. However, if you look at how he has been having a very big work rate in that team, so missing him looks like something that is also going to be so bad. Yeah, missing him looks like something that is going to be so bad. So he formed a strong midfield partnership, if you remember. If you look at Uganda alongside Abdul Karim Watambala, if you look at that team, and then you look at Enoch Sebagala throughout the first 3 matches, they have been so phenomenal, they have been so good. Now it is yet another time to ask questions. What is going to, who is that person who is going to be adding in there? Serun George now not going to be the only person to find there, but of course, who is that? Uganda should be asking what exactly is happening, but of course, in addition to that is Serun George's suspension, Uganda may also face further midfield challenges. In that is the game against Niger. Enoch Sebagala was also stretched off, if you remember, in the second half after picking, of course, a knee injury and an injury. Yeah, and now the team will also await whether he will be there because now the doctors have to assess and give the coaches the information from that is their room and what exactly that would be. So head coach Olivier Kwaso still has a lot, and he will now look to fill these gaps with potential replacements. Include who are those people that you could include? One of them is Elvis Ngonde and Marvin Youngman. Could these guys now make their ways through? Youngman has yet to feature in that is the tournament due to concern over his fitness. Of course, it could be affecting him, but now could he get this chance and see that things go right? That is also another question that very many would want to ask right there. So Uganda, we are waiting on that is the 18th. They will be tossing it out against South Africa, the Bafana team that will be coming right there probably, and see what exactly this would be. Now let's look away from still the world of transfers, where Lugazi is still adding more, and they have added their fifth goalkeeper into the team. Now Lugazi came up officially unveiling or signing the new signing of 2 new goalkeepers. That is the ongoing primary windows ahead of that is the 2025-2026 Uganda Premier League season. Now, a few days ago, Lugazi had confirmed the arrival of that is goalkeeper Mohamed Kakoza, who of course joined the club on a short-term contract from Kampala 3rd division side Lufulo soccer club. But of course, shortly after, they also had a leader whom they have yet announced the signing of the young talented goalkeeper Igama Alan Batali, whom they have also added into the team. So Igama and the two, and of course the man by the name of Kakoza are going to be new names in the team, though the talented highly rated club by the talented rated by the club, but Kakoza and Igama will all have to face a stiff competition for that is the games with the 3 other goalkeepers already there. One of them is Juma Mutebi, who has been there. Then there's Fahad, of course, Imran, who has also been there. And then there's George William Oluka, who has already been with this team. So 5 names for this team. There are 5 goalkeepers whom they could be making in there. What does this mean? That means they are preparing a lot. In case of anything, you have a challenge to leave in right there. Now, when we go to, that is the northern Uganda side, where of course Blacks Power is one of the big teams in that side of northern Uganda. I can confirm to you that northern Uganda has a lot to do with Blacks Power after confirming, of course, the signing or the signature of Yakini Rashid. They also have the signing of, they confirmed the signing of, that is 2 players in that moment. One of them is Ronald Ogenga Owini, who of course captained the Calvary Football Club to the Uganda Premier League last season, and Rashid Yakini, who has also been captaining Onduparaka Football Club, all joined the leader-based side. So we shall be waiting to see how they could be getting in right there. But of course the club confirmed the players' arrival in 2 separate official statements on the same day. That was on Sunday. Now we will be waiting to see what this means in there. But of course, all in all, the 2 will be tussling out to see that the team of that is they will be seeing that they want Blacks Power to get to the best level. So we will be also waiting to hear from them and see what exactly this will be. Leaving that there, of course, a lot of excitement arises when you look at what exactly is happening today into the international sports. After the break, I will want to say that in the international sports, there are a lot of things that have been out. Very many could be asking what has been happening. And now, remember, teams have been so much off, that is the scene, and them being off means that they have been doing a lot of games, trainings. They have been probably in the pre-seasons to see that things work really well for them. But all in all, if you look at what is happening, the English Premier League opener is always the Community Shield. We have seen that several times, where we did see Liverpool that were ejected by, that is, in fact, they were surprised by the team of Crystal Palace in the Community Shield, winning that in penalty shootouts. Now today is another day after, of course, the moments of no football. You now have it all for you. It was a season that, of course, no one will forget, with of course Paris Saint-Germain, who completed a clean sweep of trophies, winning of course an appreciated quadruple to their name. Of course it's a very big one, but League One, they tried pushing in well. They won the League One, they won the French success. So of course they are most successful this time round. But after winning that, what happened? Now it's going to be Thomas Frank and the man by the names of Enrique. Now very many things are happening. Tottenham Hotspur will be tussling it out, and PSG will also be looking here. What could be your prediction for this game? Because PSG were fortunate that the majority of their small squad stayed fit all the way through the business end of the last season, and that is of course still the case that has made them to be very, very strong. And Enrique will be able to pick up a full, strong team that will be facing a team of that is Tottenham Hotspur. Now, with of course names like Pacho and Lucas Hernandez, both that missed the club World Cup due to that is suspensions last month, and of course will return here. But there's one name called Yao Neves, who was sent off in dying stage, and he will still be missing this game. Yeah, it is Odandi Omoja, and he will be missing. So why is he missing? He's missing because he had a red card in the last game. So Tottenham will be without James Maddison for the majority of this next season after he tore his Achilles injury, of course ankle, in a friendly against Newcastle earlier in the pre-season, joining of course long-term absentee Klusovic and Radu, of course Dragosini on that is the sideline. So they will also be missing that. I think it's going to be a very big challenging matter for such a team, because we will be looking into who probably could be the person getting in there. But of course it's going to be a lot that you need to add in there. Now, Dominic Solanke has also missed most of the preseason. Yeah, but of course, even though a return for him is expected, it may not be in this game. It's in the near future. So we are going to be seeing a lot of. So those are some of the names that will be there. And then there's left back, of course, Destiny Udogu, who is another injury concern. For that is Frank, and he will be expecting probably to see that he gets in there. So it's going to be so challenging for that is the man. But let's wait and see who could be the names right there. And then, of course, because of the state of the team, who could be the team that is winning? Vicario could be starting for that his team. Of course, Tottenham Hotspur, and then Pedro Porro, still who is fit, will be there. Romero, and then Van de Ven, Spence, and then Bentancur will be probably into the team for the team. Palinha, Sir Johnson, Richarlison, and Kudus, who has just crossed over to Tottenham Hotspur, could also still be a key figure for this team. So we'll be expecting that. Whereas Paris Saint-Germain could be having all their players with, of course, Selevadia still, who is very good to the team. Hakimi, Marquinhos, all fit. Pacho, I did tell you that they missed Nuno Mendes, and then, of course, Zaire Emery will still be there. Vitinha, that midfield, alongside Fabian Ruiz, will still take there. Adou and Dembele, and not forgetting, of course, Kvaratskhelia, who will be still into that team. So what could be your prediction? I see Paris Saint-Germain still taking this off. That is according to me, because they're having a lot of things that is there. But at the same time, Paris Saint-Germain, by the way, will be without Gianluigi Donnarumma, who has not been included in their team, and that will be playing today because he is said to be leaving the team of PSG. That means PSG will not want to see him in the team even next season. Now, that is what Enrique is doing. Why is this happening? Of course, I'm told Enrique feels that this man is not a ball player. He is not a ball-playing goalkeeper. Because of that, he is not going to be part of the team. Yeah, not a ball-playing goalkeeper. That affects his flow of what he's supposed to do. Now, because of that, he is not going to be in the team of PSG. So Manu is talking about it. We talked about Chelsea also, that is said to be looking after his services, but Gianluigi Donnarumma is open, and as I talk, United are reportedly not in the race to sign this goalkeeper, according to the reports coming in from Old Trafford. That's closest sources, and it's said that Robin Amorim is saying that he's okay. He is okay with the current goalkeeper Andres Onana. He could be starting with Andre Onana in the in his season. So let's wait and see what exactly that will be meaning for them. But of course, a lot of also expectations keep coming. Whereas for Manchester City, they have also Man City. Yes, James McCarthy is said to leave as citizens reach. They have reached the agreement, and McCarthy will be leaving. And Nottingham Forest is the name that they are talking about. He could be going to and push things there. 22 years of age, but of course he will be leaving. Not only him, by the way, there's also the man Savino, who is also one name that will be leaving. And Pep Guardiola has also sent Jack Grealish to, that is, Everton on loan. He will be their season-long deal, and probably wait for a move away. Now, Man City reportedly have identified a replacement called Real Madrid's Rodrigo as a replacement for Savino, who probably could be moving away from that is the Etihad Stadium right away. Now, of course, there's also Jordan Sancho, who, of course, United is trying to push to move off, including, remember, there was Sancho, Rashford, Malaysia, and then there's yes, Garnacho, Malaysia, Sancho, and then there was also the names like Rashford. These players have crossed over. Like Rashford is in Barcelona. Garnacho said it's either he remains at Manchester United or join Chelsea. He only needs Chelsea. If there's nothing like that, then he's not going nowhere. He will remain at Manchester United without playing games, maybe for the 6 months, and owe 1 year and wait for his contract to end and then leave to Chelsea for free. So Manu is in negotiation with Chelsea, trying to see whether Garnacho could cross over to see that he gets that moment, because that is one thing in there now. Because of that, Jadon Sancho also, who is not into the team, is a sell outcast, that is the former Manchester United player, and of course coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who is at Besiktas. They're also willing and interested in signing Jadon Sancho this time around. So we are waiting to see how this will be for Jadon Sancho, who has been a very good player, but of course discipline matters so much in the world of football, right? And now as I talk, two different players that have been signed, we are expecting a lot of changes, of course, a lot of things that will be coming. Now, of course, shirt number 30 is what has been given to the new signing of Manchester United, Sesko Benjamin, who has crossed over to Manchester United, but at the same time he will be looking into how to make it there, because very many were like, are they going to give him shirt number 9? No, because number 9 is being done by the man by the names of Højlund, Højlund, who is right there. But how exactly will this be? Of course, a lot of things that will be happening in there. So let's wait and see what these moments will mean for such team. But of course, a lot of changes in the Manchester United team. Arsenal has also added in names. We did see a very fabulous goal scored by their new signing, Gyökeres, who of course is there, and it's going to be a stiff season this time. I can confirm to you that it's going to be a tight season to see that these clubs move on rightly. So let's wait and see how it will end. A lot of talks, a lot of rivalry aspects here and there, but I can tell you that we are going to be updating you every time and now, and see what exactly we can do right there. Now, of course, we're waiting for more stories, because there's if I give you a tip, I can tell you that there are talks that are coming in from Manchester United, who are also saying that they are interested in making move for Baleba. Carlos Baleba, who is at that is Brighton and Hove Albion, and Albion is saying they are not ready to sell this player, but of course they are ready to make sure that they don't want to miss this player. So United internally is working on that, and of course we shall be waiting to see how things run out in there. Someone was asking me whether Arsenal will sign a player again. Yes, Mikel Arteta is very honest, saying that he could be adding a player to his name, but we are yet to see who that player could be, because the transfer deadline then will end on 30th. So let's wait and see how that will be. And then for Newcastle fans, Alexander Isak has said no, he's not going to play for Newcastle anymore. He rather stays without a club or let him go, because he has 1 year left also on his contract. After even he went there, yes, he said no way, he's not going to play again for that is Newcastle United. So it's a very big challenge for these moments in there, but of course we're waiting to see what this can be for such team members, because the players have their rights to make sure that they get wherever they want, but Liverpool is the only place that the man from Newcastle wants to go. Alexander Isak said it's only Liverpool or nothing. So we're waiting to see how that would be for them, but if all goes on well and they come to Liverpool, then you're going to be seeing, I think, a very big move in there. Now, as I talk right now, just 47 minutes ago, AC Milan keep advancing on Rasmus Højlund deal with Manchester United. Talks ongoing on player side to discuss the project, as Højlund is opening doors to AC Milan so that he can go and play. 6 million loan fee, and then 45 by option clause and salary cover details will be revealed. Details were revealed last week. Agreement is closer, so you could be seeing Rasmus Højlund crossing over to that is the team of AC Milan, because they are really in need of this player who has been there, because now Manchester United has the man by the names of Benjamin Sesko, which could affect that is Rasmus Højlund's move in there. But elsewhere, Las Palmas have also agreed in a deal to sign Milos Lukovic, from that is Strasbourg, and they say this is going to be the one to go in there. So the deal is done on one season-long deal alone. Now, of course, this is going to be a very. He's going for he's going to go for what is it called, for medicals, by Thursday. Now Liverpool want also Giovanni Leone, whom of course they are looking into as a key figure into their books, and now they stay as they want him to get into loan, and of course they will be discussing a moments in there to see that this player from that is Palma comes through from Italy to Liverpool. Let's wait and see how that will be for such a team. But at the same time, Katy Romero becomes new captain for Tottenham Hotspur. He's going to be the captain since day one at the club. He will be now the man to look unto as the captain of this very team. I think those are big talks and big things that I can give you this very afternoon, but don't really miss more of this tomorrow, because I'll be giving you also more of the sports stories tomorrow. I want to see what we can talk about. All in all, it's West Nile Television that we back again to give you all this. You're going to be having every program come consistently one by one, and all the programs will be running here. We just needed to upgrade a little bit, fix a few things here and there, but we are back. I can tell you that we are back to give you all what you really need. My name is Owen Ezaga, your host. Good afternoon. Have a very blessed day.